Some of you are confused, and honestly, you have every right to be. In one video, I'll tell you to stay away from a certain RV, and in the next, I might be genuinely excited about a model from the very same brand. And you're right, I do say both. Today, we're going to show you why that's not a contradiction. It's a warning, and it's the most important warning we've ever given you on this channel. If you are new to our channel, I'm John.
And I'm Rhonda, and this is our new front porch RV balance sheet.
And we're here to help you get on the road smarter. We get the question constantly, and we're going to use Grand Design as the example because it's what so many of you are asking about. We've heard the horror stories about the frame defects in their 2020 and 2023 models. So you asked, John, did they fix the issues? Is it safe to buy a 2024 or 2025 or even a 2026 model?
It's the $1 million question, or in some cases, the $150,000 question. And it's not just about grand design. The real question is, how deep does this problem go?
So today, we're going on a journey for the truth. We're not going to give you our opinions. We're going to give you the verifiable facts, the official documents, and the legal filings. We're going to show you what's really happening behind the curtain of the RV industry. And by the end of this, you will have the knowledge that you need to protect your family and your finances. To understand the problem, you have to understand the machine. And every RV frame is designed to have a little bit of flex.
Think of it like a bridge. It's built to move and bend just a tiny bit to absorb the stress of cars driving over it and the wind blowing against it. If it were perfectly rigid, it would just snap. An RV frame is the same. It just absorbs the bumps in the road.
But the problem we're talking about is excessive frame flex. This is the steel foundation of your home that bends beyond its limits, and as a result, they're catastrophic. And we don't have to guess what it looks like. Grand Design themselves put out a frame fact page on their own website. They tell you to be concerned if you see things like cracking near the corners of the slide outs, interior or exterior wall panels literally separating, and cabinet and walls pulling from the main structure inside the RV.
And let's be clear, that's not a cosmetic issue. That's the skeleton of your home breaking apart. People have reported their entry doors flying open while they're driving down the highway, cargo doors opening and spilling their belongings onto the road, and even heavy slide-outs starting to extend while in motion.
This isn't just a bad day. This is a life-threatening safety failure. And it leads to the most important question. If this is happening, have they fixed it? The single most important answer to the question doesn't come from us. And it doesn't come from a social media group. It comes from the United States federal government.
Let this sink in. This isn't just a few complaints. This is the government looking at nearly 56,000 RVs built over a 7-year period to determine if they pose, and this is their exact language, an unreasonable risk to the motor vehicle safety.
On October 9th, 2024, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, or the NHTSA, opened a formal investigation into Grand Design. An active federal investigation means one thing, and one thing only. From a regulatory and safety standpoint, the issue is officially unresolved. At the same time, the government investigating, there's a battle happening in the courts. A nationwide class action lawsuit has been filed against Grand Design and its parent company, Winnebago. Now, we have to be very precise here. The lawsuit alleges that the company knew the frames were defective, but sold them anyway. It alleges they initiated a cover up by using a non disclosure agreements or NDAs to silent owners who had catastrophic failures.
And this is where the story gets complicated because you have to ask yourself which story you believe. In a June 2024 earnings call with Wall Street investors, Winnebago's CEO called the FrameFlex issue misinformation that has been disseminated on social media and claimed it affected less than 1% of all Grand Design fifth wheels ever built. So, on one hand, it's just social media misinformation. But on the other hand, the company has a dedicated page on their website telling you what to do when your walls start separating, and a lawsuit alleges they are paying to silence the worst case scenarios with NDAs. That's a very interesting definition of misinformation. It feels like one story is for the investors and a completely different one is for the customers.
So, who's at fault? Many people quick to point the finger at Lupert Components, the company that builds the vast majority of frames for the entire RV industry, including Grand Design.
But the government's own investigation throws a wrench in that theory. In their official report, the NHTSA investigators made a critical note. They said, and I'm quoting directly from the document, while Lippert provides frames for multiple trailer manufacturers, the majority of complaints are for these Grand Design products.
That is the bombshell. The government is saying the frame supplier is the same, but the problem is concentrated here. They suggest the issue isn't just the part, but potentially the design. It gets even deeper. The NHTSA documents reveal a disagreement between the two companies. Grand Design claims the issue is cosmetic and limited to the front of the RV, but Lupert believes the frame failure could extend all the way back to the axles, a much more serious structural problem.
And there have been reports from the industry sources alleging that Lippert actually warned Winnebago that the frame designs Grand Design specified were not up to Lippert's standards and would not support the weight of the final RV. The allegation is that Grand Design told them to build it anyway.
And if that is true, it changes everything. It points to a potential systemic failure or the race to add heavier residential features to meet customer demands may have outpaced the engineering of the foundation holding it all up. And this is the part of the story that truly broke our hearts. We started the journey asking about one brand, but we discovered a much bigger problem. This is an industrial-wide sickness. Let's talk about Keystone RV, owned by Thor Industries, a federal recall for a frame that could buckle and fail. And just like Grand Design, a class action lawsuit followed. Bauer versus Keystone RV Company, alleging defects.
Jayco has also issued multiple recalls and service bulletins for their fifth wheels between 2019 and 2022, specifically for frame structural integrity problems and sidewall separation.
Grand Design, Keystone, and Jayco, they are the three of the biggest names in the industry, and the evidence shows that they have all faced recalls, investigations, or lawsuits for the very foundation of their RVs failing. This isn't about one big apple. This is about the health of the entire orchard. Okay, I know this is a tidal wave of heavy, frankly, scary information. So, to make this an actionable for you, we're going through all the official documents and compiling a list.
Think of it as the approach with extreme caution list. These are the specific models and years that have been officially named in federal safety actions or major lawsuits for frame and structural integrity issues.
If you're looking at buying one of these, especially used, it doesn't mean every single one is bad, but it means the risk is documented and you cannot afford to go in blind. This is a starting point for due diligence. This is how you begin to protect yourself. So we come all the way back to the first simple question. Did Grand Design fix the problems for 2024, 2025, and or 2026 models? The soul crushing answer, we don't know for sure. And neither does anyone else outside of that company.
Because the federal investigation is still open, there is no official government verified fix on the record. And when you see safety recalls still being issued for brand new 2025 and even 2026 models for other issues like failing door latches and detaching steps, it shows that systematic quality control is still a massive challenge for the industry.
This is why you see the confusion in our videos. It's why I can't just say brand X is good or brand Y is bad, because it's not about the logo on the side of the RV anymore. It's about the one specific unit sitting right in front of you on the dealer's lot. And in today's market, there is only one way to truly protect your family and your home and your life savings. You must, I've said this in so many other videos. Please hear me. You must hire a certified, independent, third party RV inspector before you buy anything and you sign any paperwork. It's no longer optional. It's not a luxury. It is the single most important check you will ever write in your journey.
A good inspector knows what to look for. They'll do the measurements, check the welds, and spot the warning signs of a structural stress that you and I would never see. They work for you and only you. Their job is to find the truth of that specific RV.
This is the answer. This is the only solution. The power isn't with the brand, it's with you and the expert you hire to be on your side. Now, we need to hear from you. This is too important to stay silent. Have you ever experienced any of these frame issues with Grand Design or any other brand? Or just as important, have you hired an inspector who found a major problem and saved you from a complete nightmare?
Please share your story in the comments below. Be respectful, but be honest. Your experience could be the warning that saves another family from making a devastating mistake.
Adventure is calling.
And we must go.
If you found this video helpful, and we truly hope you did, please like this video so we know to make more just like it. And don't forget to subscribe.